So sir, if you were hiring a fresher today, what three things would make you shortlist them immediately? What AI skills should students start learning right now to stay relevant for next 5 years?
He saw the potential in me. He guided me, okay, I could do things even way bigger than what I was doing. So that
Third year engineering student right now came to you and asked about how to get a job in next 6 to 12 months. What would be your advice and what would be the perfect roadmap towards it? So hello sir, welcome to Campus School. We'll
you.
start by the question. Sir, can you briefly introduce yourself and tell us about the journey from QA automation to associate director?
Okay, so it's an interesting journey. I started my career in 2010. Okay, so I started as a, I would say as a trainee. Started in Infosys, and there we got trained in different technology. So we got trained in almost every technology. So they started with C++, Java. Then it was mainframe also. The mainstream was mainframe for me when I started my career. After that, I got an opportunity to work when I got posted. When I got my first posting, I got it in Bangalore, and they put me in a project which was in testing domain. So initially, it was I wanted to go into development at that time, but it was because it was a start at that point of time, and I tried to push it, but then I got this opportunity to work as a test engineer in my early career when I started. So I opted for it, and I learned a lot of new things in that, because development is one area where you start your career and you learn things there also. So you do coding, a lot of different tech stack you learn. But at the same time, because I was already part of the training program, so I knew about it. Okay, so I started working on in the automation domain mostly. So it was mostly around Python or Java. So Java, because I already knew about from Java background, I was in the training program. So it was easy for me to start my career from there. After that, after spending like 3-4 years there in Infosys, I thought of going for another change in my career. Point was career growth as well as learning new domains. That was my primary interest. So I started in investment domain. So I got a project there in it was mostly around mutual fund investment domain. So I learned that part. Then I implemented that in my personal life also. I started trading, so every time you learn something, you implement something. So I implemented that in my career, and after that I moved to Snapdeal. So it was 2014. It was, and I would say it was a new domain basically. So it was tech remains same everywhere. So tech does not change. Only part change is the domain. Okay. So in Snapdeal when I joined in 2014, it was e-commerce era at that time. Okay, so it was booming in India. So I would say a lot of platforms like Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal, they were in that race, like who wants to become the next big shot in the market. So there was a lot of learning you get in startup. First company was not a startup. When I joined Infosys, it was a big name, but it was not a startup, you would say. So when I joined Snapdeal, it was a startup culture, and startup culture is something where you get again a platform to learn a lot of new things, and you get basically access to a lot of things at the same time. In bigger organizations, you are restricted to certain things, right? You cannot go beyond that limit. You cannot even, so when we were working at Infosys, we were confined in an ODC area. We were not even supposed to take our phones there. But when I worked in Snapdeal, it was a culture like you could do everything. So you could take your phone, you could take pictures, you could open anything, which, for example, I'm stuck somewhere, I want to search something, right? So you have access to everything there. So you get again a big, I would say, exposure to again new things, so that you can learn things at a very fast pace. So that is the pace you get in a startup culture. And that 3-4 years learning was a bigger change for me. Again, there I learned a complete new domain, which was e-commerce. So it was like you search up for a product, then you add it to a cart, then to go for the payments, right? So there were 3 different domains for me there itself within the one organization. So you get access to different tech stack also there. So it was mostly around Java only, I would say. So again, but you get an opportunity where you could explore a lot of new things. So there I got an opportunity because it was not just restricted to automation now. There I got an opportunity that I could do development also. So you can become part of anything. So that was my basically area of finding new things, that you cannot restrict yourself to only one thing.
Yes.
If you have to, if you want to do something big in your life, you get an opportunity to work in something else, then you can do anything, right?
Yes.
So I started going into the more into the coding part, and there the journey started. That I was trying to solve even bugs which we were raising.
Yes.
So I was the one who was raising bugs. I was the one who was fixing also.
Fixing.
So there you got the opportunity that you could do more into development side, and there my interest, I would say my interest arised that I could go into this domain and I could do things differently also. So in 2014, from 2014 to 2017, I worked there and learned a lot of things. Data platform, be data. So when you for example, when you purchase things, right, or when you do orders on a platform, then you also get an opportunity that you could do data analytics also, right? With that, what people are doing on your platform, you get access to data also. That how many people are coming on a daily basis on your platform, and what number of people are getting converted to the payment cycle, right? So you get exposure to different things there. So data platform was another data analytics sort of insights I was getting there. So you get a bigger picture there. So I would say a lot of learning happened at that duration in that organization. Okay, so that was a moment of change in my life. That from there I wanted to grow my career again, and I started. I would say I went to another organization after that, in 2017, and I started with Com100, which was mostly dealing with a chatbot sort of organization and ticketing based organization.
Automation
basically.
type.
Not automation. So what they were doing, they were basically, so it was development only. So what they were doing, they were listening to, so you send messages, right? On WhatsApp, you send messages on, there are different channels, like Line is one of the channel, and they're used across geography, not just in India. So WhatsApp, you could do SMS, you could do Telegram. So all these messages, they were creating tickets for these messages on their platform.
Okay.
Okay. So it was a bigger platform. So and not just messages, they had other things also, like real-time chatbot sort of systems. So you could do chat to different. So you could like a gaming sort of platform, that you are doing gaming and you want to access a different set of people, want to come together and they want to play game and they want to do the chat on a real-time basis.
Yeah.
So that was a whole system where I worked for like 3-4 years there. And now after that, so there I was playing the role of, I would say, automation engineering manager, I would say. Then after that, I got an opportunity because I had experience of all these three domains, and then I built all this knowledge that, okay, how can I do, how can I implement my knowledge as an architect to a bigger role, right? Because that was something which I was planning in my mind, that I have to do things even beyond what I was doing. Okay, so there after that I got an opportunity to work in MPS as an associate director.
Okay, sir.
So it was my whole journey. I started as an test engineer, but that role was not restricted to what you want to achieve, right? So you can do things differently. You can become what you want to become. So you might get opportunity maybe at later part of life, later part of your journey, but you can switch always. If you have to achieve something, or if you are setting some goals in your life that, okay, this is where I want to reach, this is where I have to take the path, or this is what I have to learn, then all this knowledge you can club together, and then you can just go on a path and you can do things differently, I would say.
So, sir, as you mentioned that you started your career as a test engineer at Infosys.
Yes.
So, you ever imagined that you can be a associate director one day?
No, I have not. To be frank, I would say I've never thought that you could become. I could get to this stage. I've not thought definitely at that moment. But yes, I would say the path was not it is not a cakewalk, right?
Yeah.
You have to do things differently. Okay, that is the only motive, I would say, or that is the only way to succeed in your life. So just keep on going, keep learning things, whatever is coming in your way. So you have to adapt to different things. That is the only way, and that is what my nature was. That I was adapting to things which was coming in my way, and that is the way of success.
Okay, sir. What was your biggest turning point of your life?
Biggest turning point in my life. So it was in my last organization. Just when I joined before MPS, so I got a mentor there. And I would say that a mentor is always required in your life. That someone can guide you, that what you are doing and how you can guide or how you can do things differently. If someone is telling you that you have the potential, you can do things, because you would need someone at some point of time. That person can tell you, okay, this is what you are doing right now, but there's a way bigger picture which is there, and which you can do. So that is, I think, most, I would say, turning point in my life, that I was doing regular things in my last organization as an automation engineer, but there he saw the potential in me.
Okay.
He guided me. Okay, I could do things even way bigger than what I was doing. So that was the biggest turning point for me.
So what skills helped you to go from an engineer to a leadership position?
So I would say you have to just do, I would say, learn things. That is the only way, that you have to. There's a lot of knowledge which is around you, right? So if you want to build something, you have to think in that picture, that how you have to achieve. Or for example, if you want to build a system, right? You might be at a point that you are doing something small, right? You are building something, but not that bigger picture you're seeing. You are seeing a smaller picture, right?
Yeah.
So you have to think that how a system can be designed, right? If you think from that perspective, that what are the things which are required to build a system, if you understand that you can do anything. So just think from a bigger perspective, that what is required to build a complete system. If you think in that way, maybe you are part of a small system right now, but you can get to that point where you want to do that, or if you want to build a complete system.
Yeah.
So you can definitely go there.
So, sir, everyone is talking about AI agents in today's world. So, how would you explain them to a beginner who is just starting the things into AI? So, how would you explain it?
I would say, if you are not in the AI era, because if you see from the market perspective, it kept on changing, right? If you look at maybe 10, 15 years back, phones were not there, right? Then we started adapting the phones, right? People, I think when I started my college, there was no smartphones at that time. 2010 it was. Smartphones, I think, was like, it started at that point of time. But in last 10 years, if you see, 10, 15 years duration, the era has completely changed, right? People are adapting to that now. I think even the elder people, they have adapted to this change. So I would say AI is also that sort of, take it in that way, that it is a new thing, right? But you have to learn it. You need to adapt to it. Just start seeing that how you can use it. Do not bother about that I'll not be able to learn it. Just go with that mindset that okay, I can learn it. If you have that mindset, you can learn anything.
Okay. So, sir, if you were hiring a fresher today, what three things would make you shortlist them immediately?
Okay, first is, in my perception, is the attitude. Okay, that is very important, because I have seen people that they are good at their work, but attitude is not right. So that is more important, because if you have a right attitude and you are able to, you may not know everything, right? But if you have that that understanding that okay, I can do it, or I can learn it, you can accept it. Just accept the change, accept the things that you do not know. Okay, it's not to worry about that. Okay, if I don't know this thing, then someone will reject me directly. So do not bother about that, but have the right mindset that okay, even if I don't know this, then still I can achieve this, right? So that is the mindset which is required. So first is attitude for me. Second is, I would say, so whatever you are building, just build it in this perspective, that you do not think in that way that okay, I have to deliver this, but other person will check it, and I just have to do this thing, right? Complete this thing, and I'm not worried about okay, what other person is doing, or what other person is. For example, you are building something that is other person is integrating, right? So you should not have that mindset. Okay, I'll do this, I'll push this. That's my job, right? Someone else is build is failing because of your work. That makes sense, right? Because you have to work collaboratively. So collaboration is very important. Third is the skill. Okay, so skill I have kept it as at point number 3, because skill is also required. So you have to be good at what you are doing. Okay, so if you are just, for example, I am a MERN stack developer, right? So just be good at it. If you are good at it, no one can stop you, right? So just improve on your skills, what you are learning, and just go for it.
Okay.
So that is the move.
So, sir, what AI skills should students start learning right now to stay relevant for next 5 years?
So AI skills you are saying, right?
Like you can mention the name of or the domain or the AI skills that are required.
Yes. Okay. So I would say AI skills, if you're talking about, so AI is helping you to build things faster. Okay. So in whichever domain you are, it's not just that you are a techie, so you are looking at things in that way. Whatever domain you are using, just use I would say, I have what in my experience, what I have seen is I am using different uh, uh, AI agents these days. So I am using different AI models also I'm using, and different like Claude I'm using. Another one is in Cursor you can use you can also have models there, right? So these are like native tools which are having their inbuilt models inherited in that. So use either I would say get skill at the right tool also, and use the tool in your with respect to your basically your domain. So if you are working in finance domain, so maybe so you can use basically this Claude with the coworker. I think you would have heard of, right? So coworker is something which helps you to build things faster.
Yeah.
Okay, so other people can also, you can share it with other people also. So just I would say in my experience, what I'm using is Claude is way faster than what other tools are doing right now in the market. So and we are doing it 2x or 3x right now in the market what we were building earlier. So get the right tool, implement it there, start learning it because these days, for example, I'm using a model today, that model may not be available tomorrow, or that model might get scrapped, or some new model is coming.
Yeah.
So something new is coming every day in the market right now. You cannot think in that way that okay, if I learn this, then I'm done with this. You cannot do that. You have to be ready that what new thing is coming in the market
And learn new things.
and learn new things, because these models are getting trained on some content which is available right now.
Yeah.
Some new content comes, some new model will come, right? So that is the way it is going.
As content is
As
coming day
content
by
is
day.
changing, so whatever we have available so far, these models are getting trained on those specific data.
Okay.
So some new data. So innovation is always will be bound to human, but that innovation once it is done, that model get trained on that.
Okay.
So new things will keep on coming.
Yeah. So, sir, one last question before the rapid fire starts. If a third year engineering student right now came to you and asked about how to get a job in next 6 to 12 months, what would be your advice and what would be the perfect roadmap towards it?
Okay, so my way of telling is that okay, so just prepare a set of just keep a track of just put them, note them down in a list or something, create a list. Like okay, in 1 month I want to achieve this, second month I want to achieve this, and third month so far.
Yes.
Just create a better plan, I would say, and just see where you are going in that plan.
Okay.
Because if you're doing things just randomly, you will not be able to know that what you have achieved and what you have not achieved. So that is what is more important. Write it down, create a plan that in first month I want to just learn maybe I would say I want to learn React, for example. So learning React also has a plan, right? That in first month I'll learn HTML, CSS, JS, and then I'll go to React, right? So create a plan, just go on a plan that this is what I have to achieve, and this is where I am. So that will tell you the picture that okay, where in after 6 months where I'll be.
So, let's start the rapid fire round. Is coding important in this AI era?
Yes, it is important.
How important is communication in engineering careers?
It is very important because you would see. So if you want to grow in your career, it is important.
Okay.
That is the key I see.
Okay. So,
If you want to stuck to something, okay, I want to do just coding. I don't want to go anywhere else, and I don't have to. I'm just happy with this. Then you can remain there, but you cannot grow after a certain point. That is the restriction.
which AI tool should every student learn today?
I would say Claude.
Your favorite AI tool?
It is Claude.
And what skill will remain valuable even after AI becomes extremely powerful?
That is innovation.
Innovation.
Yes, innovation cannot be taken over by AI.
So, one advice you would like to give to the people who are watching this podcast?
I would say be innovative, be creative, because that is the only thing which will sustain. No one can replace you. AI will only help you, but if you are creative, if you are innovative, that will remain forever, and that will AI get trained on after some time. So whatever innovation you are doing, that is the only innovation which AI can get. So just be on that path. I think that will make you sustainable.
So, thank you so much, sir, for coming to Campus Pool.
Thank you so much for inviting me.